They tell you there's 3 rules you have to have. You have to have your tits binded, you need to have facial hair, and you need to be packed. So packed is basically putting a junk in your pants.
When she told us that she was performing as a drag king and that she was going to perform at Pride, it was a bit of a shocker, because here's this kid who won't even ask for her own food, performing in front of thousands of people. We actually came to watch her do drag for the Pride. It was the first time we had seen her perform, and we were totally amazed by how good she was. And yeah, I remember her looking at me, and the next thing I know, she's running into the audience and jumping on to a bunch of people.
Kenny's definitely not Kay. Kenny's an asshole, to say the least. Kenny is into himself. Kenny likes the attention. Kenny probably doesn't think that he is that, but he definitely is. No, she's different. She's definitely different. She's not the same person that she is at home. Because the second she walks in the house from the bar, she's Kay. She's like, oh, baby, da-da-da. And, you know, when she's at the bar, she's like, yeah, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that. But it's not who she is.
I'm an only child, and I definitely was a kid that liked attention, I think. Like, if my parents were having a party, I'd be that kid at their party, like, either dancing in the corner, like, retardedly to the Lion King, or, like, Michael Jackson or something, or telling jokes. Yeah, this marks my 10 years of doing drag this month, so that's pretty cool, whatever, you know. Long time, sneaking into bars and dancing for $5. I started doing drag at Cruise and Tangos on like Wednesday nights when it was upstairs, and the old owner let me in, specifically was like, you don't drink, you don't whatever, I don't know you, if the cops come, get out, like leave your ID and we don't know you kind of thing. So I'd always come in before security got there and then leave before. I came in and then Kenny came in, Cruise closed, and then I took a leave for a bit and you guys started TDK. Cameron's in charge of Facebook, making posters. I tend to try to get us out of town gigs with connections and stuff like that. Kay's the pretty one and just stands there. You know, every group of friends needs that. It brings in the
I'm the one that brings in the girls.
It's true. Certain kings are known for doing certain things, right? Like, I would never touch Headley like you do. You do a lot of like the dancey, newer stuff, do it like a dude. Yeah. I do covers of stuff. Let's say I want to do Baby Got Back. I would be like, hey, Cam, are you doing it tonight? If Cameron says no, I'd be like, hey, man, do you mind if I do it? Amongst the 4 of us, it's a little bit more relaxed. When you get a new kid coming in that like watches our shows and legit goes, man, that's an awesome number, and then the week later comes in and
then
like,
we already have our set in, and then they do it before us. And
they put their number in without even asking. Like, it's kind of disrespectful, you know. We're all friends, you know. We kind of go through this whole like 5-year period, and a lot can change in 5 years. You know, people get in hard relationships, marriage, whatever, things don't work out, everything kind of starts to fall apart, school gets in the way. So I understand where a lot of us need to take some breaks, right? I think TDK is just representing everything and anything. It represents every sexual orientation, gender, fantasy, you know, living out your double life, culture, race, it doesn't matter. TDK stands for everything.
The kings aren't as equal as the queens. We get paid garbage because queens are a lot more well-known than we are, even back in the day, than we are now. I walked into a bar, yeah, there was a lot of guys, and it was a drag queen show, but still, I thought it was supposed to be a lesbian party, but still, it was a drag queen show. You could have had a couple kings up there.
Because if you look at what it takes in to be a drag king, yes, we can put the amount of effort into costumes. However, we don't have necessarily the hair. We don't have the
costumes either.
You know, on a Wednesday night, I've tried. Like, you try to come out in an awesome costume or make props, and nobody cares.
Drag kings are just really masculine, and drag queens are really feminine, but drag queens do a lot of, like, over-the-top, like, stoning and sequin, when drag kings are very, like, everyday clothes kind of thing. It's a totally different crowd. But ultimately, it's the same thing. It's just two people trying to express who they are.
Ever since I've had the Drag Kings here, it's been a really good night for me. It's been really, really a busy night. I mean, sometimes very high maintenance with the audience because it's a very diverse group, right? And you get people from all different walks of life that comes. But it's a good night for me in general because I believe in variety and providing variety and entertainment. So if you look at my lineup, it's pretty much every night something different that goes on here. In terms of sales, I could do for a show on a really, really good night, they could do the $4,000 to $5,000 in the 2 hour. What's 10 o'clock? They start 11 in the 3 hours, and the slowest night I probably have is about $3,000.
Even though Toronto is a big city, it's hard to find places where you feel comfortable in, especially if you're gay.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say.
It's a lot of fun coming here, and it's just completely packed, and everyone's